Inside details are unfolding now of what exactly transpired on the day Shraddha was murdered. CNN News 18 has accessed exclusive details of how the events unfolded on the 18th of May. The time of death has now been ascertained. This is what we are gathering from our sources within the investigating agencies. Between 8 to 10 p.m. is when Shraddha is believed to have been killed by Aftab. That's the line of investigation that is being currently pursued by the investigating agencies. Anvit, my colleague, now joins me for more on this. Anvit, you have accessed details of what exactly transpired on the 18th of May when Shraddha was killed, and on the 19th, the day after, and what really was Aftab's day that really looked like.
Yeah, so we have details of, we have spoken to some of the senior officers who are privy to this investigation, we have got details of at least 12 hours that, between, from around roughly between around, 6 to 5 p.m. on May 18th till, early morning on the next day. Now, what we are being told is that it was around 7 p.m. when, Shraddha and Aftab, they get into, a violent fight kind of, because the couple had been having fights, have been having an estranged relationship for quite some time, and this is what Shraddha had also told her family many times about, that this man used to physically assault her. On May 18th, during one such fight that turns violent suddenly, this man loses his temper, and it was somewhere around between 8 to 10 p.m. that this man kind of attacks Shraddha and strangles her to death. Now Shraddha's body was lying very much in that house when this man in order to escape this murder hides the body in his own room, and then the next day he goes on to buy a refrigerator and a knife and the saw that he had used to cut off the body. Because it's not easy to cut off a human body using a knife, he also went on to buy a saw to cut off the bones so that the body could be dismembered and could be disposed of in parts over the next two weeks. Further, what we are learning is that Shraddha's belongings, that the clothes that she was wearing, a small maybe some jewelry that she was wearing, or some other belongings which were clearly visible, that he had thrown in a moving garbage truck that visits every day local residential colonies. So we are being told by senior officials that these items of Shraddha's were thrown and disposed of in these garbage trucks, and usually these garbage trucks take all this garbage to a dump site where it is very difficult for the police to recover it after 6 long months. Further, what we are learning is that after buying the refrigerator, it took him some days to chop the bodies off and buy a bleach, and then buy acids and clean the house. So this these incidents took over the next 2 weeks, as he managed to chop the body off and wrap them into plastic tapes and put them into plastic covers and freeze them in the refrigerator that he had recently bought. But the details that we have got of May 19th goes, as I just said, around 8 to 10 p.m. the murder takes place, and then the body is hid in his Aftab hides the body in his own room, and then only the next day he goes on to buy these items so that the body can be further disposed away.
Right now, Anvit, events are unfolding of what exactly transpired on the 18th and the 19th of May, but how exactly did the police arrive at this time of death window? We're given to understand that's from 8 to 10 p.m., but there is no body. Is this based on the confession that Aftab has made to the police? How have they arrived at this?
Yeah, certainly, because all these are based on his confession and also some of technical evidences that the police have managed to gather. Now, this man had been using a cell phone. Police have tried to find out what the location of the cell phone had been. They have also found that day during this period he was at home. Shraddha's phone is yet to be recovered. So if that phone's location, is also, they also managed to find in the back date on what was the location of Shraddha's phone during these hours on this particular day, then it will be further confirmed that yes, both of them were in the house, and it could have be possible that the murder took place during this hour. But for now, the kind of technical evidences they've managed to gather, it is one based on that, and secondly on the proof on the confessions made by this person, and some evidences that the forensic teams and the crime team of the police that they have managed to gather from this particular house in Chhatarpur area.
Right, so the cops are now retracing the steps that Aftab took on the days following the murder and what exactly transpired in the last 6 months. Finding evidence to corroborate those claims is going to be the challenge for the Delhi police, and that really is what the case hinges on. For now, we're shifting